Well, hello everyone. This is my little talk or whatever that is going on for this week. And there is so much going on. Just like this woman in Portland. And there's several bridges that goes across the big river up there from one side of Portland to the next. And at 1:20 in the morning, the people that lived at the end of the bridge or around somewhere, I don't know how, but it's a miracle. They heard screaming and screaming and screaming. So they got up and it sounded like kid screams. And so this one, and what this woman did, she's 31 years old. Can you imagine, 31 years old, took her 4-year-old little girl, or was it, no, it's a 4-year-old little boy, I'm sorry, and her 7-year-old little girl, and she forcibly threw them off of the bridge. And those bridges there at Portland and across that is really, really high. And so they heard the screams, and so the man and lady went out immediately, and there was other neighbors that was nearby, so the kids had to be screaming, really, really terrific screaming. And like I said, it was a miracle that anyone heard them. And this one couple, they went and had a boat, and a boat dock there right at the river, because they was right on their house, and their dock and everything's right on the river there. And they took off, and they went, and they got in their boat. Meanwhile, the other neighbors called the port authorities and the police and told them what was going on. And the river is very swift and moving very sort of fast. And way I get it, that it was so dark and murky and no lights and everything, but these people kept hearing screaming and screaming and screaming. So evidently they got the little girl, and they didn't get the little boy, but finally the port authorities, when they come along with their harbor boats and everything, they finally found the little boy in the water. And the little girl, last I heard, was in the hospital. And I think they said that she would survive, but they worked on the little boy, but they couldn't bring him back. So if it had not been for the neighbors to hearing the children screaming like they did at 1:20 a.m. in the morning, now, you know, that just, some people are sound asleep and you'd never heard them. Like I said, it was a miracle that you would be talking about none of the kids, but then no one would have probably known that the kids was even thrown off if somebody hadn't heard them. So I just can't see a 31-year-old woman, you know, if she didn't want her children. There is so many people in this world that would just cut off their arm to have those children. You know, I don't understand why they feel like that they got to kill them or do something bad to them. But anyway, that was my sad story from this area. The worst one that I heard about in the last few days. But it just seems like that there is all kinds of things that are going on. So I wanted to tell you about that. I kind of drug it out a little bit, I guess. But then in my life, I really haven't been feeling all that great yet. I'm hoping to get at least a little bit more strength and where I can breathe some a little better and so forth and so on. But we didn't have anything big on Memorial Day. But I I know it's to honor the ones that's passed away, and especially for the vets. But we always, on Memorial Day, has always remembered all of our loved ones that has passed on, and especially me and my husband. We in the family, and there is just family member after family member in my family that don't even bother to even go to the cemetery. They don't even visit no time. I mean, when a person's gone, they're gone, I guess. But we do go and visit the cemeteries, and we never have forgotten our loved ones. So we want the grave sites and everything and be decorated, be pretty for Memorial Day for the people that do. So on a Friday before Monday, we set out, and it was almost a 300-mile trek from where we started at home until we got back to go to all the cemeteries. One was in Springfield, Oregon, right in the town next door here. Then one was Albany. That's 50 miles away, or 55 or something like that miles away. And then we took our own little trip on over to Toledo, Oregon, where we have lots and lots of relatives there, my mom and dad, and aunts and uncles and cousins and friends and grandnephews and stuff that's gone. So, and cousins that we went there, and we had flowers for everybody this year. Sometimes we don't have, because it's so expensive, but this year we had flowers for everybody, all the relatives and everything. And then on to Newport, Oregon, to the cemetery there, which is another 20 or 25 miles from Toledo. And we went to the cemetery there where he has his mom and his dad and his granddad. So after we got through there, we went on down to the Sizzler Steakhouse there in Newport. I like the Sizzler. My husband and I end up getting 2 meals because the seniors go in and they order a meal and they get the salad bar and everything that goes with it, you know, along with whatever they pay for their meal, the seniors do. So we always order the meal. Well, you can't take anything home but just your meal. But by the time you get the clam chowder or the nice vegetable soup and the salads, and they've got places where you can make the tacos and all kinds of things. You know, it's an ice cream and all kinds. Well, I can't eat all that much, so I want to have some salad, and I want to have this other stuff that they have around, and chicken wings and stuff. I want to have that besides my dinner, so I always bring my dinner home. So we always have that for later on for supper. It's not that we're so stingy and tired, it's just that if I ate what I ordered, just my steak and baked potato and stuff like that, then I wouldn't be able to eat anything else. So why, you know? So I eat everything else. So this is what we did on Friday and Memorial Day. I'll make this short and sweet. My husband has hurt his back really, really bad, and he's down in his back, and he picked up the dog on Monday morning and re-hurt it some way, and he said he couldn't hardly walk. But then my daughter, Gloria, and her guy Larry, they came over, and Larry got on the rototiller, and we finished up the big garden. We liked about 8 or 9 rows. And I had all my plants, and they needed to be put in, like squashes, cucumbers, and peppers, and beans, and all kinds of plants and stuff. So we did get that done. That's what we did on Memorial Day. By the time it was over with, and I got some lunch and dinner for all of us, well, the day was kind of short, and I was tired. But it felt so good to have all the garden done, and I really appreciate my daughter and her guy coming over and helping us. It looks like we're going to have some more help on doing a lot of things these days. So I'm going to wish everybody sincerely God bless and keep every one of you. And I love you all. Bye.